Hello, and welcome to Whisper English. I'm really glad you're here and ready to begin a new and interesting journey to learn English in a way that's a bit different and maybe even a little unexpected. This is a space where we don't just learn how to speak English, we learn how to feel more, live more, and connect more deeply, both with language and with life. Today, I want to talk with you slowly and gently about something that isn't often loud, but always powerful. It's not trendy, it doesn't shout, but it can quietly change the shape of your day and your heart. I'm talking about gratitude, not the kind that's written on fancy cards or typed under perfect Instagram posts. Not the kind you say because you were raised to be polite, but the kind that makes you pause, the kind that softens your breath, the kind that reminds you even in difficult moments, there's still something good here. This is the quiet, steady, beautiful power of gratitude. Section 1. The world moves fast. Gratitude slows you down. We live in a world that moves quickly. We wake up to buzzing alarms. We check our phones before we open our eyes fully. We jump from message to message, screen to screen, task to task. In all of that movement, it's easy to miss what matters. Gratitude is an invitation to slow down. It says, pause. Look again. Breathe before you move forward. And when you do, something shifts. The same cup of tea suddenly feels warmer. The same sunrise seems more golden. The same body you rush to criticize becomes a quiet miracle you carry every day. Gratitude doesn't change what's in front of you. It changes how you see it. And in that small shift, everything softens. Section 2. Gratitude is not a feeling. It's a practice. Many people think gratitude is something that just appears like a rainbow after rain. But in truth, gratitude is something you build. You practice it, and over time, it begins to grow. You don't need a perfect day to be grateful. You don't need big wins or perfect health or everything going right. You just need a moment of awareness, one small decision to notice something beautiful, even if it's small. The sound of leaves outside your window, the way your favorite shirt feels, the kindness of someone who smiled at you for no reason. When you start to practice gratitude regularly, you train your brain to look for what's right, not just what's wrong. And slowly, your world begins to feel different. Not perfect, but more peaceful, more whole, more yours. Section 3. The science behind the feeling. Even science agrees. Gratitude is good for us. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly sleep better, have stronger immune systems, and experience less stress and depression. But what's even more interesting is how it changes the brain. Gratitude rewires the mind. It helps shift your focus away from fear, scarcity, and comparison, and toward joy, sufficiency, and connection. That's powerful, because it means you don't have to wait for your life to get better to feel better. You can feel better just by paying attention right now to what's already good. Gratitude is free, but its effects are priceless. Section 4. Gratitude and emotional resilience. Let's talk about tough times, because gratitude isn't just for the good days. In fact, it's most powerful when life feels hard. When we're hurting, tired, overwhelmed, uncertain, gratitude can feel far away. And that's okay. You don't have to fake it. But sometimes, just finding one small thing to appreciate can be the lifeline you didn't know you needed. Maybe the pain is real, but so is the fact that you are breathing. So is the fact that someone checked in. So is the fact that the moon still rises and the coffee still warms your hands. Gratitude doesn't deny difficulty. It makes space for both for grief and grace, for tears and tiny joys. That's real strength, and it's available to you even in the storm. Section 5. Hidden gratitude, the things we forget to notice. Some things are easy to be grateful for. The promotion, the birthday gift, the vacation. But what about the quiet things? The invisible ones? The fact that your heart beats without asking, that you have clean water, that someone invented music, that your language mistakes are part of growing, not failure. Most of our joy is hidden in moments we overlook. When we start to say thank you for things we used to walk past, our entire experience of life changes. You begin to see color where it used to feel gray. You begin to remember that not everything needs to be exciting to be meaningful. You begin to trust that ordinary is enough, because it is. Section 6. Gratitude in relationships. Gratitude doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you connect. When you're grateful, you listen better, you speak more kindly, you notice what others are giving, not just what they forgot to do. Even saying a simple, "Thank you for being here," or "Noticed how thoughtful that was," can shift the energy between two people. Gratitude is glue. It brings people together. It reminds them they're seen. If you're learning English, practicing spoken gratitude is a beautiful way to use the language in a real and loving way. It's not just grammar, it's heart, and it's healing. Section 7. Gratitude toward yourself. And what about you? Do you thank yourself? Do you notice your own effort? We are often kind to others, but critical of ourselves. We push, we expect, we rush through victories as if they weren't enough. But what if just for a moment you thanked yourself? Thank you for trying. Thank you for not quitting. Thank you for doing your best, even when no one saw. Self-gratitude isn't ego. It's nourishment. You're not a machine. You're a human. You're growing. And your kindness to yourself matters more than you think. Section 8. Gratitude and language learning. Learning English or any language is not just about memorizing words. It's about building confidence. It's about trusting yourself. It's about staying curious. And gratitude can help. Instead of thinking, "I'm not fluent yet," try thinking, "I learned one new word today." Instead of, "I made a mistake," say, "Even if my words were not perfect, I had the courage to speak." When you're grateful for your progress, even the slow kind, you enjoy the journey more. And the more you enjoy the journey, the faster you grow. Gratitude keeps your heart open, and an open heart learns better. Section 9. A daily practice. You can try. Gratitude doesn't need to be big or complicated. Here's a simple practice you can start today. Each evening, before you sleep, ask yourself, "What are 3 things I'm grateful for today?" Write them down, or whisper them softly, or just think about them. They can be tiny. "I like the way the sunlight hit my table. My tea was exactly how I like it. I understood a sentence in English without translating." Do this every day. Not perfectly, just gently. Over time, you'll start noticing more throughout your day, just so you can write them down later. And that habit, it changes everything. Section 10. Gratitude is a way of life. Gratitude is not about ignoring problems. It's not about pretending to be happy all the time. It's not about wearing a fake smile. It's about being awake. It's about choosing to look for light even in the shadows. It's about saying, Yes, life is messy, and still, there is beauty, and still, I am here, and still, I get to try again. Gratitude doesn't make your life perfect, but it helps you fall in love with the parts you used to ignore. That's not small, that's life-changing. Conclusion: a whisper from the heart. So, my friend, as you walk through the rest of your day, I invite you to pause, just once. Look around, find something soft, or beautiful, or ordinary and say, quiet, I see this. I appreciate this. I'm glad I didn't miss it. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to be dramatic. But each time you do this, you remind yourself, you are alive. You are growing. You are grateful. And in a world full of noise, that kind of whisper matters more than ever.